These 15 young people from 3 secondary schools spent their summer holidays participating in an innovative project which provided them with hands-on experience in agriculture. The 8-week project was coordinated by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture and the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Council.
Part of IICA's mandate is to help develop youth in agriculture, and in Barbados right now we have an issue with an aging farmer population because the average age of the farmer is about 55 years old. Also, what we saw happening is a situation where quite a lot of students are doing agri-science in schools, but we're not seeing them in the field, and they're not choosing agriculture as a career. So we decided to develop a program to help them, encourage them to do agriculture as a chosen career, especially if they're good at it and they're doing it already.
An important part of the initiative is changing perceptions about agriculture as a career option.
It has always been that agriculture is perceived as hard work in the hot sun. It's for people who don't have any sense and that sort of thing. That has stayed with us for a very, very long time. But with the new agricultural innovation and the new type of technologies they have in agriculture, for example, greenhouse technology and the protected agriculture, you will see that starting to change, because whereas once upon a time these students may have been expected to spend the whole day out in an open field like this, it can be a situation where they will spend some time here and some time in a shaded greenhouse, and in the cool and the school they're getting to drive tractors, they're getting to work with hydroponics. So agriculture is now a little bit more exciting and perhaps a little sexier, if I may use that term to describe agriculture.
The thing about it is you don't necessarily have to be physically or hands-on into the sector, but there's so many areas. In fact, organic agriculture, as you know, you're on an organic farm here this morning. This offers quite a bit of potential: irrigation, integrated pest management, soil science. All these areas are quite necessary in terms of agricultural development. So there's a myriad of opportunities that you could become involved in. The opportunity is also right because with the food security crisis, with the fact that we import so much food, there's an opportunity for young persons, well, anybody really, but in particular young persons, to step up and actually tend to target their production to kind of reduce imports and get some kind of import substitution drive and focus going in the country, because there's definitely a market for food in this country.
IICA launched the program in July with the help of the Ministry of Education, which put them in contact with the schools. In the end, 3 schools, St. Lucie Secondary, Grantley Adams Memorial, and St. George Secondary, took up the challenge.
They now understand different ways of expressing themselves. They will be exposed to different methods of assessment than they might have been previously, so they're not worried so much about writing an exam as the only thing that they need to do to pass. So they are more confident then in going forward and, pursuing their dreams, and they can see themselves literally working in that area, which I believe is how agricultural students should be taught. They know then that they can go ahead and make a business for themselves, and at the end of the day, they have a piece of paper that we love so much to show for it. But apart from just the paper, they know that they can go ahead and, actually work in the field and do well.
At the St. Lucie Secondary School, we have high expectations of our students. We think our students are extremely talented, and I think them being a part of this inaugural program is going to show them first, but of course the wider public, the quality of students that we have, the quality of program that IICA is putting on here with this youth farm program, and I guess the effects will be far-reaching. In years to come, we hope to see some of these students being the pioneers in the agribusiness sector in Barbados.
In the program, there are at least 3 students that we have that we've chosen that actually have their own farms at home. So for those students, I asked one of the students already, Calvin Carrington, and they asked him how is the program benefiting him, and he told me that he's helping to brush up on some of his skills, that he did some of the farm side of things that he thought that he was doing correctly. He realized that he was doing it wrong, and he said that he so far likes the program. So we are just trying to make sure that they get, they take all the opportunities that the program has to offer, and just go away with all the knowledge and everything that they can.
Funding for the project was provided by the TVET Council.
The TVET Council has contributed in two ways. Through the Employment Training Fund, the IICA approached and they for support through funding, which would help to buy some of the materials that will be used in the execution of the program. And we're also providing assistance in the certification of the NVQ in amenity horticulture, either full certification or units of competence at the end of the training once the students have been assessed and deemed competent by their assessors.
The level 1 qualification is an entry-level qualification entry to the workforce. If you go for an interview and you have a qualification and the other person doesn't have a qualification, you're probably more likely to get the job. Especially as MVQs are based on knowledge, skills and attitudes. We don't just look at what you know, we look at how you can apply it, and we also look at making sure that you have the right attitudes to be able to sustain employment in the workforce, which is very, very important.
The students embraced the opportunity to gain work experience and become certified as part of the process.
The MVQ certificate will help me when they're done school, so they're gonna get, like, if I want to go into planting, they get planting easier, faster than other people that never do it before. My job and my business is gonna be selling crops and plants. I plant lettuce, cabbage, chives, sweet peppers. You gotta work hard, but not that hard. And you could tie your own bricks when you want your own bricks. And you could do your own thing. Nobody will you back. Are you sure to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what time to do it? They're gonna be all at you.
With the MVQ, yeah, it will help me because even when again looking for a job, I have something that's certified that I do work or have work experience before. I choose to be in sustainable farming because I like the like vegetables and those sort of crops. Right now, I start doing like my own backyard crops and things. Try to raise them and get them and sell them on my own to make money. When I finish dealing with here, I'll be going to Polytechnic to do a diploma in agriculture. And this is something that I always wanted to do. So I just following it instead of like putting it there and just let it get a waste. Just continue doing something that I get at.
The real reason why I got into farming, it was always something that I loved from young. Most young people don't want to get into farming, saying that it's hard work and things. So I just tell myself that I think it's saying that would make a lot of money. So I just tell myself I would get into it. When I learned this program here, I learned that how to really run a farm. My best moment on Greenland farm was learning how to take care of the goats correctly, learning how to work with others and things in that way. I learned how to be a good someone who is struggling and I help them. Also, I passed all of my assessments on being assessed on a farm, and I think that's a great thing.
One benefit which manifested in the early weeks of the program was the growth in the students' self-esteem.
I'm seeing the young people opening up and appreciating the positives that they're doing. Some of them would not have necessarily had agriculture as their main focus for as a career coming out of school, but I'm thinking now that we're kind of changing that mindset, and we're seeing some of them actually take on leadership responsibilities in some of the tasks that they're doing, and I'm sure that practical exposure plus the as I say, the awareness and their raising their self-esteem would be the two main things that I can see coming out of this program.
NVQ assessor Colin Holligan also noted this development in the students he examined.
Well, when I started with them, a lot of them were shy, and yes, they are still shy, but a lot of them have come out of their shell. I see confident young men. You know, I started with guys who were just want to run around. There was one guy who was asking how soon he can get to Greenland to run behind the sheep. Well, he just wanted to do it for the fun, but now he's serious about what he's doing. He's actually learning stuff, and he's happy to be here. So I think it'll be a big confidence builder for them, and it has developed them as young farmers. They're confident, and I'm certifying them that they're also competent.
An excellent assessment during the program gained Mario Seeley a job attachment at the Green Monkey Golf Course at Sandy Lane Hotel, where Mr. Holligan is Assistant Golf Course Superintendent.
I saw potential in him. He had the right attitude. I could see that he liked working, and that's what we need here at Sandy Lane. We need persons that like working and like working outdoors, because that's what maintaining a golf course is all about. I started here maybe 18 years ago, and I started at the level that Mario started at. I came here to work for 2 days pulling weeds, and I did that for 2 days. I was called back then to do another project for like 2 months, and that was in '92. In '95 or so, I decided to, from the encouragement of Sam Hanif Godin, to pursue a degree in agriculture at the University of West Indies. I started at KFL, then I went to St. Augustine, spent 3 years there. I came back here then. I started as a level 4 manager, then to a level 3. I'm now a level 2 manager. So I started at the bottom and I came right up. So there's a lot of room for development within the golf course industry for anyone. You can start at the bottom and end up at the top.
After the success of this pilot project, IICA plans to offer a similar opportunity to more students next year.
And we're hoping that when it is we do it next year, that we have even more support, because right now it's mostly the TVET Council who has been working with us and helped us to fund this, this program. But if it is we get more support from, say, and this is financial as well as technical support from the Ministry of Education and other agricultural related agencies, we may be able to do this on a larger scale. This is a pilot, it's just 15 students. If we could broaden that next year, that would help us go a long way to helping, the young people see, there is something to agriculture. What is needed is more programs like this. What we need are more farmer mentors. The older farmers, we need them to really sort of adopt the young farmers who show interest, and help them to see how much money there is to be made out of this industry.